When you watched TV as a kid, did you really know what was going on? Do kids believe it's possible for me to come out of this TV right now? Let's give it a shot. We as adults know this is not possible, unless you believe the ring was real. Do SpongeBob and Patrick go jellyfishing while the screen is turned off? Can Dora hear me when I tell her the bridge is right freaking there?
You see 3 red sunflowers?
Yeah!
Where?
Are you blind? These must have been questions we had as kids, so there was an experiment done on it, and I will reveal it all. Although this article came out in the late 1980s, there should still be some interest in what these kids were thinking. Nickens and Peter conducted this research from 6 different elementary schools. In total, the amount of kids in the data set was 150, 66 preschoolers and 84 first and second graders, 67 boys and 83 girls. The ages ranged from 4 to 9 years old. The kids were forced to watch Sesame Street in the morning, and then after that, they had 15 interviewers lined up to ask them questions one-on-one. I would be thinking there's some sort of investigation going on if this happened at my school. The 20 questions were about the show, the characters, how the kids interacted with them, and what the kids really thought was going on in real life. So, what do you think Elmo does when you're not watching, huh?
I don't know. What kind of question is that? I don't know.
Answer the dang question!
He sleeps?
So, when you're not watching Elmo, he just drops into a deep sleep? Is he in a coma until you turn on the TV again? I'll just tell ya, he's not alive. He's a dang puppet. Their answers were scored on a 3-point scale. 3 being they were leaning more towards the show actually being real and characters existing after the television set is turned off. 2 being I don't know, and 1 they were leaning more towards Sesame Street being staged. It's not real. They divide the results into 3 factors of dimensions of reality. A, Sesame Street really exists. B, television characters can see and hear us or come out of the television. And C, what you see is actually inside the television set. They used oblique rotation factors for the numerical data, which is really confusing, but the numbers have significance. I can't really explain these results because, well, could you possibly tell me what this means? In tables 3 and 4, they took into consideration the children's knowledge of a VCR and if watching it with others had any impact on the results, things like that. The results were interesting. The knowledge of a VCR and watching with others did not seem to have any sort of big impact on this particular study. You see, the beliefs of these children depend on their socio-economic environments and the content of the show. The content in this experiment, Sesame Street, is not very realistic, although the fact isn't as obvious to kids from a different socio-economic environment. Also, the beliefs may vary with ages, but further research is needed to prove that they believe less as they grow up. When the kids were answering the questions, their level of communication skills were measured by 1 item, the interviewer's score. This result would indicate the kids' understanding of the question, although 1 level of measurement is not enough in this case, and the kids' answer would be affected if they didn't understand the question. The result that I would like to conclude with is that when younger kids are more likely to believe that what they see resides inside the television, they are less likely to believe that the events that happen in here can occur in real life. Like a TV family isn't the same family in reality. As they get older, they can realize that the show is a creation by someone else. It is a projection of the creator's thoughts, and perhaps it symbolizes things in real life. So, not everything is real inside this television, but that's not to say there's not a lesson to be learned and applied outside of it, or even a glimpse into what life is like when people are older. A fantastical foretelling of what is to come.